Hello everyone, welcome to Cleo's Closet. If you did not know already, it is your girl Cleo. I wanted to apologize for last week not uploading anything. I was very under the weather mentally, so I just kind of needed that break for myself. I also have some other things in the works currently. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to share that with you, but I have to make sure everything's in place and everything happens. But yeah, I'm so excited. So in light of this week being Valentine's Day on Sunday, I believe, I wanted videos this week to be kind of the theme of love, but with my spin on it, of course. I've talked about self-love before. I've talked about buying yourself gifts. I've done other Valentine's Day videos, but today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. I am the queen of getting my heart broken. I've never shared with you my process of healing. It has definitely taken trial and error, but I have found a way that has helped me slowly get over a heartbreak. So as I said in my last makeup video, we are only going to be focusing on the eyes. I do not want to focus on my face. I'm still trying to figure out my acne problem and scar problem. It's just a lot. We're stressing out here. So as we all know, relationships suck. And after a breakup, you're sometimes confused, don't understand what happened, don't know where to start when healing. So my first step is first taking accountability. Relationships are always 50-50. Whether you broke up with somebody or somebody broke up with you, a lot of the times you were part of the problem. I'm obviously not talking about people in abusive relationships, like verbal, emotional, physical, any of that, obviously not. But maybe you weren't very supportive of their dreams. I don't know, something like that. Write down a list of things. Really sit down and think about what you did. Really figure out what you can do to better yourself in the future. Because maybe somebody did break up with you because you just had, let's just say, all of these flaws. And I don't mean flaws in a bad way. Everyone has things they need to work on. No one's perfect. This gives you a chance to better yourself for the next person you're going to be with. So this won't end up the same way, if that makes sense. This leads me to my second point, is growing yourself. You now have a list of things that you realize you need to work on. You're not going to look at the list and be like, okay, and then just throw it away. You want to improve yourself for the next relationship situation that you're in. And I especially mean that for people who aren't in an abusive relationship and you are the abuser. Learn from your mistakes, grow, figure out where the problem is, please. Another thing, and I've said it before, this is something that takes time. Growth is not going to happen immediately. You might find yourself falling back into patterns, but as long as you catch yourself and learn how to move away from that to be a better person, that's okay. As long as you're not actively seeking to continue on the path that you were or doing the same patterns that you were, then that is okay. Third step is realizing it's not all your fault. But Cleo, you just said take accountability. And I also said relationships are 50-50. An important reason why you should remind yourself it's not all your fault is because at some point, especially if you've been with the person for a very long time, you're gonna have the good thoughts creep back in your head and make you wanna go back into that relationship. And if it was an extremely toxic relationship, you definitely don't want those thoughts creeping in. So what my suggestion is to make a pros and cons list. Especially when those thoughts keep creeping in, you'll have that list with you, because the more you stop and think about it, the more you'll realize what cons there were in the relationship, let alone your partner themselves. One thing I had learned, this guy on TikTok, and I also have him on Instagram, one thing he had mentioned, which I thought was a really good point, was every time you think about getting back with him, think about, if this man, woman raised my child and my child turned out to be like who's been raising them, would I be proud of my child? That woke me up. The next step I call create, add, and delete. If you do not have a requirement, exceptions, and deal breakers list when it comes to dating, you need one. This is how we create something called standards. I learned how to do that when I was 18 years old in my human sexuality class. That was one of the first things she taught us, is that you need to have that list so you know how to build a healthy relationship, so you know what you need. Another good thing about this list is Maybe you're in a relationship and say you're unhappy. You write down what you need in a relationship, what things you'll make exceptions for, and then deal breakers. And when you actually see it written down, sometimes you might see there are certain things that were mandatory that you just moved over to make exceptions for because you just like this person so much. No, honey, not today. You know what you deserve. And making this list will make you realize it even more. I learned how to do that with certain relationships because when I would get out of certain relationships and I would look at the pros and cons and then I would go back to my list, I was like, I literally just pushed things to the side and made exceptions for them when I made it a rule that I would not accept this in a relationship. But because at the time, I felt like I did not deserve enough, or I wasn't going to get someone who loved me in that way, I made exceptions, and we don't do that. There are billions of people on this earth. There is someone for you. So the next step is something you're gonna have to realize, and it sucks, but when you're broken and get your heart broken, it'll take a while to heal. During the day, you know, you're going about your life, you're positive because you think you're getting through this, which you are. But at nighttime, I mean, it could be daytime for you, whatever. But during a time of day where your mind is at rest and it starts to wander, you'll get very sad. The pain will come back. And it's okay to hurt and it's okay to cry. But what's not okay is letting that feeling take over. One breakup, during the day I was good. I was getting my life together. I was in a better place. But every other night, it would hit me so hard. I would cuddle with the stuffed animal I got him and cry because he was never coming back. But then I would wake up the next morning and feel better. Even in that feeling of being upset, realizing the person's never coming back, the person isn't good for you, questioning your own worth, which don't do. It'll come pop in your head, but just swipe it away. I say let it hurt, but you also have to learn to heal. But last, definitely not least, I personally love listening to music. I don't know why, I've always had this connection with music. Music always makes my soul happy. I created a playlist on Spotify. I'll share it on here, whether it's up there or down in the description, whatever. So first I go through the stages. I listen to breakup music the first couple days. After I'm done doing that, because we're not gonna sit and cry forever, no ma'am, that's not us, I go to my I'm the Shit playlist. Oh wow, first try. Look at me winning today. I mean, some of it has to do with healing after a breakup, but a lot of it is just like, I don't need anybody. I have myself, I believe in myself, and I love myself. And even if you don't believe that in the moment, listening to music and playing it over and over again with that type of energy and vibe, I believe it is so good for you. That's the first thing I turn on in the morning. I listen to scary podcasts when I go to sleep. But as soon as I wake up, I turn on my playlist. I will link it in the description down below, or even if I could link it up here somewhere. Honestly, even if you're feeling like crap and you're not even dealing with a breakup, I do suggest listening to this playlist. Okay, you guys, that is the end of the video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there, become another hanger in our closet. I do post videos every Wednesday, Friday/Saturday, so if you want to be notified by that, go ahead and hit the bell below. Before I end the video, I just want to say it is going to be okay. It hurts a lot now, but I promise you, time heals. And I know you've probably heard that over and over again, but it's true. I've dated a lot in the last 9 years. Is it 9? Oh, it's almost 9 years. Yeah, I did a lot in the last 9 years, and I've learned a lot of things. I've grown, I've hurt, but I always come out better. But you're gonna be okay. Okay, guys, that is it for me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.